Tonight on CTV, cold weather brings both health and financial concerns.
Everyone wants an education despite schooling staff shortages, including a mountain lion.
Then the CSU basketball team gets a great start to their season. Find out how Fort Collins is brightening up people's futures.
All that and more starting on CTV Channel 11 right now. Good evening, Rams. I'm Westyn Hubbard.
And I'm Kenneth Frederick.
After the jury in the JONELLE Matthews case last week found the accused Steve Pankey innocent for the crime of murder, but guilty for the crime of misinformation, the case has now gone to a mistrial, with a new court date in the works. Pankey is also receiving a new defense attorney after his previous attorney, Anthony Verst, withdrew from the case. His new defense and the prosecutors of the case plan to meet on November 17th in an attempt to find a date for the new trial to begin. As of now, the case has amassed over 24,000 pages of discovery, 425 audio recordings, and 22 days' worth of trial transcripts. This case is sure to be one that many will have their eyes on for quite some time.
Saturday will be the first of 3 BIO-CYBERSECURITY student challenges. The challenges are for any students with an interest in bioscience or computer science. Participants will be learning and using cybersecurity skills that are taught at 2 earlier sessions. The event is supposed to work with someone's technical and non-technical problem-solving skills in the world of medical technology. The student challenge is made by the Biohacking Village, a group of security specialists that work with hospitals around the world. Their primary goal is to get interest in the niche but highly important field. Another of Biohacking Village's goals is to promote a sense of literacy with personal medical data.
Actually, one of the things that we are trying to work on is a simple health literacy. We are trying to provide people tools and knowledge to better to have better tools, but also processes, and know a little bit more about how to decide correctly, be more informed about their own health.
Pekarova, one of the event organizers, said that higher literacy not only helps others, but the participants themselves. There will be another session for the Student Challenge on February 12th as well.
We reported a few weeks ago that the price of heating homes is going up higher this year. That makes it much more difficult for people with low income to stay warm with this weather, while the state's federally funded LEAP program seeks to help those in need. Lerma County community members that make up 60% of the state median income level may be able to qualify. The program won't pay heating bills entirely, but hopes to alleviate some of the financial burden that higher heating bills may incur.
Flu season is almost upon us. Flu tends to skyrocket in December and January, peaking right around February. But the flu can develop into worse complications like pneumonia. With hospitals already at capacity, this could be a serious problem. CSU Health Network is encouraging students to get the flu shot to protect themselves and other Rams who might be vulnerable. Viruses like the flu are able to spread with speed across campuses like CSU. The Health Network says that students can get a vaccine that will be covered completely by many insurance companies. You can get a shot at the Health Network with an appointment or at other locations in the community that offer immunizations.
Mobile home communities have been falling victim to corporate buyouts for quite some time, but one community in Fort Collins is trying to fight back against this. Members of Hickory Village Mobile Home Park have been told their community is being sold to a big corporation for around $20 million. Unfortunately, large corporations can actually buy lands of plot like this that already have mobile homes on it, and they can take the affordable housing and make it to whatever price they want, therefore concerning the residents that are already living there. The community was prepared to fight back against the buyout, rallying together and creating a cooperative to pay $23.1 million to purchase their community instead. And despite all of their hard work, the owner of the land denied them, saying their offer was not high enough, and as the original offer of $20 million did not include a lot of other fees that they could not afford at the time. Intrigued by how something like this could happen, I went to Emily Francis, a city council member of the 6th District, who has a voice on the matter of how this keeps happening.
I've been advocating for mobile home parks and the residents at the state level for over two and a half years now. A year ago, the state passed new state law permitting residents to become resident-owned communities. It also means that you have to have 51% of residents say that they're interested in buying the park. And the process just was not very transparent for the residents of Hickory. People really like living in mobile home parks. But the issue is the inherent power structure in mobile home parks of owning your home but not the land beneath it. And residents always thought that it was stacked against them from the first place, and so they didn't want to do it again. They were just so defeated. And so now it's being sold to Haven Park, which is a Utah-based corporation.
With more and more communities fighting back against these corporate takeovers, the future of mobile home communities may continue to live on in Larimer County.
Following up from a story we covered a few weeks ago, in which Resurrection Christian Schools was attempting to get an exemption from Larimer County's COVID protocols, the school's attempt to set exemption has been denied. Beth Chambers, who is a part of the Council for Resurrection Christian Schools, stated that the request for the exemption was the question if the institute actually counted as being a school, since it's a, quote, private religious facility, and not to question the county's judgment of right and wrong. The school has yet to say if they intend to fight back against the denial of the exemption.
Colorado is spending a little over $1 million in order to reduce the recidivism rate, as well as boost employment and re-entry programs in the state. The Department of Corrections is hoping that the new spending will help keep people out of prison and in jobs. $900,000 of those dollars will be used for working with the Latino Coalition for Community Leadership and other organizations to create a system of businesses that will hire former prisoners. The rest of the money will be used on organizations that will help with former inmates with re-entry into society. Make sure you don't go anywhere yet, Rams.
After the break, Morgan Gardner will be here to give us the weather rundown for the rest of the week. Make sure to stay tuned. Welcome back from the break. POUDRE School District has been short-staffed this year, and while it's slightly gotten better, they're still taking a chance to hire more. The school district is still short of around 30 positions, ranging from bus drivers to paraprofessionals. However, since August, POUDRE School District has hosted plenty of hiring events, ads, and a plethora of other ways to connect in order to try and get as many people as they can hired into these positions. But they're still struggling. These shortages will affect the bus routes that pick up kids from school, the assistance that teachers receive, and the overall productivity of the school district as a whole.
The LeMay Avenue train overpass started construction all the way back in 2018, but it was delayed. Well, the new overpass is expected to be finished by the end of 2021. Construction has cost over $24 million over the last 4 years. It is also causing yet another total closure that started yesterday and will reopen tomorrow night. This will give crews an opportunity to mill and repave the intersection in preparation for the opening of the new bridge. The intersection of LeMay Avenue and Buckingham Street will also be closed during this time. The overpass is being put in place to reduce waiting times that are common at the intersection of Vine Drive and LeMay due to the frequent trains.
City Council is gearing up to start interviewing people to become members of the city's boards and commissions. It's been a long process that started in June and is expected to be completed by the end of the year. They've determined the vacancies in the boards and commissions and figured out on Tuesday how they will want to proceed. After 10 people are narrowed down from an application process, the council liaison and a random member of council will conduct interviews. For quasi-judicial roles, however, they will include the liaison, the mayor, and a random member of city council. The random council member for the quasi-judicial interviews was a big point of emphasis for Kelly Olson, who adamantly wanted to avoid giving more power to the mayor's office.
Whoever the mayor is, not personal, I happen to like Jenny, but too much authority that I don't believe is given by the charter, the code to the mayor, and I think we should spread things around, and I'm not comfortable with that.
Members of the Fort Collins community are encouraged to apply for the positions. The interviews will take place later this month. The appointments will be confirmed and announced in December.
I don't know if I'd have the courage to apply for one of those positions. And speaking of courage, Odeya Elementary School is located in the near Fort Collins, so that would expect some traffic, maybe locals strolling about, but no one is ready to see a mountain lion. On Monday, November 8th, police responded to reports of a mountain lion in downtown Fort Collins, causing a warning to be sent out to those in the nearby area. Those warned were told not to approach the wild animal if spotted. While it was close to the elementary school, luckily no students were put in danger as Monday was a teacher workday only. As of now, police and animal services have not confirmed whether or not they captured or dealt with the mountain lion in the area. So, citizens of Fort Collins should be aware and very aware of their surroundings if they do head downtown. I don't know. A mountain lion in Fort Collins sounds so foreign to me.
You know, I went hiking like last year, and just before the sun even came up, just those mountain lion eyes, they really do pierce you.
I'd be terrified. I cannot do this. No.
Yeah. Well, Rams, that's all the news that we have for you tonight.
Coming up next, Cameron Evig will be here to feature an athletic Ram of the week, as well as to tell you what CSU sports might finally do to make you a proud CSU Ram.